This next number is kind of a lesson in jazz history. Excuse me, sorry about that. The bebop era, roughly the late 1930s to the 1940s, was an era of very complicated, very fast jazz, mainly played for other musicians, and it was really the time span, as incredible as the music was, that it really drove a lot of the general public away from jazz, because they still wanted music they could dance to and listen to and whistle to and everything. So jazz has evolved now back to being more listener-friendly, but still with the complicated elements, as you heard the combo demonstrated quite adeptly a few minutes ago. But it was very common for bebop musicians to take standard tunes and put their complicated bebop lines on top of it. And we're going to play an example of that for you tonight. We took a big band arrangement of Back Home Again in Indiana, the old Hoosier folk song. And Charlie Parker took the chord changes to Back Home Again in Indiana and wrote his famous Donna Lee bebop melody over those chord changes. So I took a big band arrangement of Indiana and performed open heart surgery, and we're going to install Donna Lee in the middle of it. And a bunch of these fine young musicians are going to solo, as Charlie Parker did and many others have, on the chord changes of Donna Lee in the bebop style, and then we'll close it back out with Indiana, so we hope you enjoy this. It's going to feature Chris Elias on alto, Gibby again on Barry, Kai Filippo on alto, Liam Ehrlich on tenor, James Donahue on trumpet, and Travis Sosa on guitar. So here's Back Home Again in Indiana and Donna Lee. Thank you very much. Thank you. Congratulations, sir. It was a great job. Brewery tune by the great Jeff Lorber. Many of us loved the Jeff Lorber fusion back in the 70s. And Jeff is going on. He's still producing artists and touring right now in Europe, as a matter of fact. And this is one of his great tunes entitled City, a big arrangement by Mike Tomorrow. It's going to feature Noel LaFarva on the guitar, Liam Ehrlich on the tenor, Alex Galan on trumpet, John Gibbeheim on the flute this time, the great John Tate on tenor, and Sam Ross on keyboards. Jazz A2, this is City. Thank you.
Thank you.